They just tryna gas you up. Out here tryna get a buzz. Steady looking for a plug. But you know who to trust. But I ain't even tripping no more. I ain't tryna find no new friends no more. Family done all turn fake at the door. Your loyalty just don't exist no more. Got a lot to say to me. Got me wonder how I do it. Ain't nobody gonna know it. But the drip steady showing. Yeah, you know it is. Working and working, you know I just can't get enough. Every time I get to the bag, like I'm in a rush. I'm running, now you run it up. Run the money. The money, I'm counting it up. Woo!
Welcome everybody. This is the True First Podcast. I am your host, LaShawn Peterson, aka Miss Diva Style Entertainment. And you all know my illustrious panel very, very well.
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed.
Okay. Yes. This is QP.
Hey y'all.
And this is Miss I Am Good, Michelle Good.
I am.
All right. And so they're so excited because they don't know today's topic.
Not at all.
Don't have a clue.
We ready to hear it.
Look at my fingers. Shout out to Hoolie. Okay. So the topic on today got from Q.
Let me make sure this go down.
And it just when it hit my spirit, it simmered in my spirit. So title is
come on, stay right there, bastard.
I feel it coming in on the Honda.
Stay right there, bastard. Come on now.
Are you healed or are you distracted?
Here you go with this childishness.
Wow.
Shell need me to clarify, see. So this could go for any relationship.
Shell got a few different. I just asked her, do you be in my life? Okay.
So the thing is, whatever hinders us in our life, and this could be in a relationship, it could be in anything. Have you healed from the mess that got you to the place you were when you wasn't that good person, or when you was mean, hateful, or whatever, or when you was hurt?
Look, I'm taking it really, the slow one.
Because in relationships, when we was hurt.
Okay.
When we was hurt in the relationship, did we heal from that, then move on, or did we get distracted by the next penis that came and decided that we gonna just lay on that?
Yeah, this drink is good.
Versus going and getting healed from what Joe them did, from what Big Papa did, from what my mama did, from what my sister did, from what my daddy didn't give me. So are you distracted? Distracted means not being sound. I had to look it up. And not being sound means diseased, non-cured.
Sheesh.
Because a sound mind is a sane mind. It's free of disease. It's free from contamination.
Come on.
So, you got a drink on that?
Oh.
Okay. So, that's why I wanted to give y'all the definition of distracted. Now, when we get to heal, that means, well, my daddy ain't give me, I'm all good. If I see him today, it's all love. From what Joe did to me, you know, when he was messing with girl down the street, and he left me and the kids. If I see Joe today, it's all good. It's all love. You know, that was supposed to happen.
Wow.
Or
When I say this is slapping me in my face like several different ways, like I don't even know which. Okay, yeah. It's
I ain't gonna do the Cardi B. Okay. Okay. So the thing is, when Joe had hurt you or whatever, because I'm using my ebonical terms.
Okay.
So when he hurt you, and then here come Mike. Mike a good dude. He doing everything right. You know, he get up a little earlier than you, but you think he up texting. You think he up, you know, creeping. Because that's what Joe did.
That's what Joe did.
So are you making Mike pay for what Joe did? Because, you know, I got to stay ready so the Joe thing don't happen again.
Okay.
So
I'm going to start bringing a pad and an ink pen in here, you know, just so I can know when you start.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just putting it out there.
And one more time, just for everybody, the topic, one more time.
Are you distracted or are you healed? Two different things. And one of the things I know from I say it's from everything. Sound like I'm stacking. Let me hold it. Okay. So one of the things I know from everything standpoint is when we're not healed, we will bleed on everybody that's around us. Meaning, we leave our hurt, our disease, our contamination on everybody we touch, which leaves a lasting impression. It could be negative, positive maybe, depending on where you are in your journey. But for the most part, is just a distraction. You haven't dealt with it.
Q.
So.
Q, you want to start this one off?
Yeah, let QP go.
Yeah, I'm still trying to,
Let's let QP go. I'll take a
still
drink.
trying to.
Let me take a drink.
I mean, what do you want me to say? Like, what are you asking?
Okay, so let's start out with what you think the effects are of being distracted versus being healed. And you can go from relationship all the way up to maybe what someone's parents may have done, sister, brother. Just go that route.
Okay. I feel like when you are distracted in a situation, for example, if you were in a relationship and somebody cheated on you, your mate cheated, and you guys move forward from that cheating incident, I kind of feel like it's a distraction as long as you don't maybe see the person that he cheated with. I feel like you're healed if you can see them and they don't exist to you. And I feel like a lot of times in those type of situations with relationships, it's always a distraction because it's like that reminder or that slap in the face of that low point in your relationship.
Okay.
And I think when you're distracted by something, you will continuously bring up that hurt. It may not be all the time, like once a week, but maybe once every few months. If y'all get into that bad enough argument,
it's gonna come up.
Yep.
That's my ammo.
Back in 62 though, what you doing? All girl up the street, blah blah blah. So you not healed from that. Y'all can be cute and take trips and pictures.
Did you say cute?
Yeah, y'all can take trips, pictures, all that stuff, but can the bitch walk past you without you feeling some type of way? That would let you know if you are healed or just distracted because it's not a constant reminder in your face.
Okay.
That's just my take as far as relationships. I guess I'll let Michelle tag in.
I'm trying to see where to go. Okay, I'm gonna just do something current because like as soon as you gave the topic, I just went to this in particular moment that just recently happened. So I'm definitely not healed and go there for one. And so this is a friendship. Friendship that is still embedded and almost like a sore thumb in my life. So it was like that person that bullied you for all your life, coming up, like all your life. And I recall myself saying it like constantly in the joke or just being animated. I said, if I ever see this person, I wonder what my reactions would be. Because I know within my heart of hearts, I'm still not over it, right?
Yeah.
So just this in particular weekend, I had the opportunity to face my bully.
Oh.
And I was like, what to do? For one, I'm thankful that it was at an environment. I do not want to be that one that tears up somebody's special day,
Oh my God.
So I was thankful for that. But here's the thing, Q. When I got there and I sat down, it was like almost as if no one else was in the room because I just saw her. And it was like, bing, like the whole night. It's like I'm just watching you almost like a tennis match. So now that's there, and we spoke because I just feel common courtesy is free. You don't have to be ugly. So I spoke, she spoke. But now here we are getting our food. And I mean, she is literally in front of me. It's like her, me. And I'm like, Lord, this is my moment. So.
Why are you still holding on to it? Because clearly.
Because I'm not healed from it.
Why?
Because it made me have to grow out of always feeling like there's someone belittling me.
So that didn't come from. I'm gonna say it didn't start with her. That started somewhere else, and all
You
she
think
did,
so?
absolutely, all she did was help to magnify it. She added on to what someone else was already doing because she's not a factor, because you don't have a close connection with her.
Okay.
So, sorry, I spit, but so somebody close to you was doing that. Somebody that
belittling me.
Yes.
That's how you feel. Okay.
So if you can recall in your mind, just think about your life. Was somebody, mama, daddy, brothers, somebody connected to your soul was doing that first. And then she came along.
And just magnified it 10 times.
And she, in your mind, confirmed what they've been saying about you.
I would say, how I'm looking at it, she was the starter. And there were others that helped, like, add fuel to the fire.
So nobody before
As
her.
family-wise or being brought up because I was the only child, it was just always me. So I really can't say it was a family member.
Okay.
It was, we talking elementary.
Okay.
Just the starter. I feel like she was the starter, and then it continued on, and by the time we almost, like in high school, it was damn near a whole club she had. So.
Why does that mean something? Because you making it mean something now.
It means something because bullying is really serious. You can still be traumatized from it as an adult and having cleaned up and got it out of your head, because here's the thing, you have someone constantly telling you what you are not. Thankfully now, I got my confidence up, I can care less, but it's ironic to me how one person can just put someone down and just constantly do it. I know they battle with their own self, but just to be that evil and just, I just think it's like, ugh. I don't know the best way to explain that, but I think it's selfish. I think it's really selfish. Okay. Yeah. So I have to, yeah. So.
What was you going to say to her?
It wasn't a say. It was like, have you ever wanted to just finally just explode and just let it out? It was one of those moments. It was physical. It was like, I need to touch you for you to feel how you made me feel down through the years. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
Wow. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, how cruel somebody could be, especially as a child, and then going up into high school, and it steadily is just a continuous thing. Like, she never got a break. Yeah. It was as a child to a teen, and she could have went into, or may have went into her adulthood feeling like everything that they were doing to her was true. So it was like, or not true, everything they were saying to her is true. And still feeling that. So it's like once you see the person that tormented you for years, I understand why it was a distraction for her by simply not seeing her. It's like, okay, it's not in my face, but once again, when she walked past you, you being reminded now, like, this is all this hurt that you did to me. I really want to just take you out, but I can't, kind of thing, because I mean that would make her feel better because she's still hurt, you know.
And I could not find the grown-up in me. I promise you, my thoughts, I could not find the grown-up thoughts. It was not there. Absolutely didn't even walk in the door with me. It was just, I was seeking revenge. Like, I want you just to feel down through the years. It was just at that extreme.
You wanted her to feel the belittling that she placed on you.
Ooh, yes.
What's going to take, okay, so
honest, honest.
Okay. So, what if you never get an apology? Sometimes we have to move with the
you have to
apology.
let it, you know, you just,
given.
it's like another episode that's just buried in archives. You know, just, you got room, let me push that in there. Let me just put that back here.
Are you distracted? Distracted and putting it in the room? Because, you know, that's when the skeletons fall out. And that's when the bones start collecting. You need to take the bone and throw it in the river and be done with it. Like, it has no power over you anymore. What is it gonna take for you not to
I need to
bury
have
it?
my peace.
What's gonna give you that?
Another situation, definitely not a wedding or, you know, someone's special day, but definitely another, I'm for real, I'm so serious, another setting, because I wouldn't want to ruin, it would have been ruined. It would have been ruined.
So why don't you ask to talk to her?
If the opportunity, because it's not like I'm going to go searching for you to get this out. And it was just so happenly, I saw you at this event, and it just like, I promise you, the concert opened, I was like, ooh, if I could just show you now how you made me feel, you know what I'm saying? I want you.
If you were to have a conversation with her and she apologized to you for whatever her reason it was.
You apologize after I get everything out. I really want to give you, I really
you need to just let.
I have to, it's so much. And then I feel like afterwards, then go ahead and give me what you got. And I'll let it go. But I have to just let it be known. And there's so many people dealing with that today. That I tell you, it can mess up your life. Not saying that it messed up my life mentally, but it's still there. You know, it's a scar. It's a scar.
And I think I can understand that when it comes to, I guess, my personal situation. Because I was talking more so in general, just with relationships, period, it happens.
Yeah.
But I guess with my own situation, with my family member, and how something that happened when I could have been all of 12, maybe. I don't know. Was it? Maybe. I was young. And for me to have heard and experienced that at that age, and now I'm 30, I will be 32, and I'm like, I still have this hard grudge against this lady. Like, I don't know, and because I have not seen her, it's not in my face, but it's like, if she's in my face, like, I don't know, what am I supposed to do? Do I supposed to speak? I don't want to.
You said it's a family member.
Yes.
So, I'll give my 2 cents. So, I had the situation with my mother.
She's like, so.
I'll get mine right now.
My headphones want to act crazy. So, with my mom, we don't have a great relationship. We really don't have a relationship. My mom was very abusive when I was young. Very verbally and physically abusive. She would jump on me when she felt like it. And I had all this hate. I mean, enraged hate. And so when I got married, my mom would come over and try to have a relationship with the kids. And it was like, okay. But I literally would sit at the table or sit on the sofa and wait for her to, I'm gonna beat your ass soon as you say the wrong thing. Because I ain't small no more. I could defend myself. So this one particular day, my husband was in the bathroom. She was there on one of her guilt trips. She was drinking. And she was just bawling. Like, you know, I'm so sorry for everything I did. And I was like, I was just an asshole. Pure. And it's nothing. So my husband came out after she left because she saying it was just, I was on one. He was like, why don't you just ask her to stop coming over? I was like, what you mean? He was like, that was just disgusting to even listen to. He was like, you're not 16 no more. She can't, what can she do to you? It's clear that she dealing with that. Let it go. And so he says, you gotta, I'm sorry. She can't go back and fix the past. She can't, it happened.
Right.
Just tell her to quit coming over. And I was like, first of all, I was saved.
Okay.
I was in church deep at that time, and I'm like, how dare you? And then I went and looked in the mirror, and it was like, he right. All that, ugly as it was, helped make me who I am. I became a different type of mother. I became something in life. Everything she said I wouldn't be, that I wouldn't accomplish, I pretty much did, and I became something, and it had no more power over me. So I was sitting up here shadow boxing with somebody who was already weak and broke. And he made me see that she was weak and broken. Because whether we see it or not, them people getting whooped for whatever they did to you. The reaping always comes.
Right.
So you're not sometimes able to see it. But what if the apology never comes and in your face like nothing happened? And I say, confront it. I say, tell the person how they made you feel. In your case, Q, if you've seen her, it's like, I need to highlight you for a second. And we're going to take this over here. However it come out, it's going to come out. But I've dealt with it because I feel like with both of y'all, it's something y'all got to get off. I don't think it affects you that much. But I know if you see her, it's like, yep.
Come back to the surface. Yeah. So let me ask this question of you. Were you able to have that conversation with Mom?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it one-on-one? Was it planned? Was it sporadically? Like,
it was like a 4 or 5 part series, and everyone.
Did you just say 4 or 5 parts?
Absolutely. It was a Lifetime movie.
I just started cue lights. Did you? Okay.
Because when I went to the table, it was because my husband was kind of making me go to the table. Put this over here because I feel like it's static.
Okay.
So the first time I went to the table, why I gotta do all that?
Okay.
She the one effed up, so okay. She pouring out her heart all these times. So the last couple of times, which was really last year, is when he said, this is what's gonna happen. And he sat us both down at my dining room table and he said, you gonna tell her this so she can heal that, and you gonna tell her this so
you had a narrator, like a mediator.
Yeah, because it's coming out on my family whether I know it or not.
Okay.
Because for me, it's a deep wound.
Yeah.
And the people around you are going through it. You don't even realize it.
Okay.
It's certain times when they just couldn't stand to be around me. Because if you do the thing that's giving me the flashback, it's hell to pay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it came to the point, and she gave me all the information so I could start my process of healing. And the sad part is all the fight that I had built up for all them years, she broke already. She dealing with some other heavy stuff with God.
Heavy hitters, right.
That I have no idea. So the thing I'm saying is hurt people. And I think with your bullying situation, I don't know what she was going through, the person that was bullying you. And I know that my mom was my bully. So with my kids, I always told them, if anybody bother you, put their family in the morgue. Anybody.
No. So, okay, Mom.
DJ, I said, you a big fella. You come from a whole line.
Right.
You big like a linebacker. You make them think a Mack truck hit them. And my sons are very slow to anger. But once they get to that place,
you're unable to bring
you might as well just get out the way.
Okay.
So that's how I reared them. But in the meantime, all my residue of my bullshit was, we got on the day. We got on the day. Pam said, when expectations end, real peace begins. Facts.
Yeah.
Every experience shapes us into what we are at this moment. Loving the topic. So my question was, if you never get the apologies, I think yours is still different. Because I don't see it, well, you can speak to it. I don't see it affecting you like that.
Yeah, it for me it doesn't affect me on that level like it would do if I was like in Michelle's situation. With me, it was the fact how I am with my family, and if someone is purposely trying to bring harm to my family and somebody that has a whole half of my heart, it's like, and that for me was traumatic as a child. So it's something that's just like, how can you do that to your own blood? And the respect never came back. Like, I don't address that person as anybody related to me. It's just like,
okay.
You know, so it's like, yes, it is something that I feel like at this point I should have just been like, okay, well, they forgave him. It's my turn to just do whatever. But I don't know why it's so tight.
It's hard to let go of
on me.
things, yeah.
Because I'm like,
It depends on the severity of the offense as well. The severity of the offense. Because for me, that was my mom. But I don't see her as a mother. Mothers guard their children, they protect them. I never felt protected. So I was always on the defense my whole life. And to me, being vulnerable meant being the other LaShawn that was abused. And so my defense went up with, we can rumble. I rumble.
So
in
when you
heartbeat.
heard her story, did it help you kind of understand what you were dealing with?
She was still guarded, so she never told me her story.
Okay.
She gave me bits and pieces. So, which never allows you to see her journey, but I seen that the pain she had telling me. And I said, okay, other things have happened. But now I'm at the place where I've let it all go.
Are you ever interested in still pursuing it to hear it?
Of course.
Okay.
If she ever wanted to share if she's comfortable to share it, yes, absolutely. But I couldn't let that dictate my life anymore. I couldn't let her lack of being a mother dictate who I was going to be. Because if I let her stay in here, I would have never moved. Because she told me every day I was never going to be nothing. She picked my firstborn son up fresh 5 days out the hospital, DJ, and she said, you ain't going to be shit just like your mama ain't.
Oh, wow.
And I remember snatching him and going to my room just crying. And I was thinking, if I just kill her, it'll all be good.
Yeah. Our
Take
thoughts can be so...
Sean had gave me a gun to hold at that time. And so I had plotted it all out.
Like, it's going down. Like,
I was gone. I said, this is enough. And the day I was thinking I was going to do it, Deshaun, who had never walked through my mama's house like that, because that's how she was, he said, get your shit. We out of here. I ain't never went back home. We went to this little scraggly first apartment, but...
Okay. But y'all made that? You made it do what it do?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was a long journey.
Yeah.
To freaking get there. And then when I look at it now, it's like, I'm grateful that it's probably supposed to happen to make me who I am. But if you stay here, you never gonna move. Because it's always gonna be a block for you in something else in your life that you're supposed to be doing. That's how I look at it for me. So if I stay, to me, that's a defeated mindset. Because that means I'm letting them have power over me. And they're dictating how I can move, who I can be, how I can love. So if I take the power away from them, and it's like, it messed her up. Like, oh, you let all of it go. Like, yeah, that's between you and God.
But for most haters, when they
Did you
don't
say
see
haters?
Yeah, for most haters. I just have to say this.
Like,
for most haters,
Feel free to
they
ask some more.
want to.
yeah, I'm gonna eat all my fruit.
That's what they live off of. They just live off of trying to see the bad in everyone. But my spin in life has been, like for instance, earlier I said my bullies just tormented me. It was just this one that I really want to say stood out versus the other ones. But now as I got older, I learned that I'm going to let my haters be my motivators. And I'm going to really use the term and not just say it. Because we can use the terms and it sounds good in a statement.
Like a scripture?
And you know, almost like a thank you.
Not a scripture.
Like
But
a
I love
scripture.
the fact, and I know you're going to be like, what you mean you love the fact? I love the fact of people painting out a picture of me that is not for me. So, you know, you may say, oh, she look like this, she got blue and white on, but it's something totally different in my eyes. So I allow for, I actually like to see your picture. I want to see what you actually think I'm going to be. So I can show you the true beauty that's really in the inside. So now I do allow my haters, I love y'all. I mean, I truly love y'all because you're my motivators. Every time you give me something negative or print out something negative, I'm going to do a spin on it and make it greater. So that's why, you know.
Because y'all know,
Yeah.
Shell had thought, she was like, oh, she bougie, she's so stuck up.
I have to say,
She is not down to earth at all. She had a whole book of me, and then it took for me to go outside while she was smoking.
And I said, you are great. It was just that simple. Like, I am sorry for the picture. Look, I was the hater. That I pinned out with you, and it was not even true. Like, it was in the wrong frame. The colors weren't right. I ain't had no backdrop, but it was a hotmess.com. But I'm so glad that I got to see the beauty in you, because I'm like, this is the same person. Like that. Oh my God. But all you gotta do is actually read the book, as they say. Read the book, get to know someone.
Yeah.
See that beauty in the
So,
inside.
what have you taught your children and grandchildren as far as bullying since you were bullied so badly?
Talk about it. You have to talk. I never had no one to talk with. Like on my block, everyone had siblings. Either they had one or they had like 5 or 6. Everyone had siblings. So I felt like I had someone to go to, despite if it was one or more. And I said, I never, because my grandmother wasn't trying to hear the whole story of what I went through for that whole day. She's older. I mean, she was like in her 60s raising me. So have someone to talk to. Don't be afraid to talk to someone about it. I always say communication is the key. I can't read your mind. You have to let me know. And at the end of the day, if you don't tell someone, it's going to be stuck inside of you, and it can make you miserable. It can make you really miserable. And I did it for years. But talk to someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, Q, with yours, do you feel like you need to address it with your kids? Or you think it's just, that's a different situation? For the issue you had with the family member, do you think that's something you need to address with them? Or
No.
Okay.
I don't really feel like it will affect them like at all. I don't think that they are anyway directly connected to that situation. No,
Okay.
I honestly don't. I just want to applaud like Michelle, because even like these kids these days, unfortunately, I don't want to call them soft. That's like not the word I want to use. But they're not as strong as how
I'm gonna say
we
sheltered.
used to. Okay,
They're
they're
very
more
sheltered.
sheltered. Yeah, because if a child now went through the stuff Michelle did, like a lot of these babies are committing suicide and
Yeah.
everything, and she just kept pushing through her day, like every day, as hard as it was just to deal with these people. And I know these kids, these kids not built for that type of
Yeah,
torment.
that's a different level.
Yeah,
And a
they
different
not.
era.
But
Yeah,
nowadays, not to cut you off, Q, you know, the bullying is to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Where that is harmful. They're like almost killing or beating them and jumping on them. It's really serious. So if you don't tell someone and make it known, like, hey, I'm having a problem, anything can happen. God forbid we want anything for the worst to happen. But how this world is set up today, you never know. You never know.
And I'll say with this family I'm in,
Shy reactions are awesome.
I'm just saying, because we had a situation where it was a month ago, Q, and so all my family was here. The girls on around the table, the guys outside.
Okay.
One of my brother-in-laws is in here, and we just hear somebody yelling at Shine, my husband. the whole house was outside.
Immediately.
Oh,
And we went, and we didn't move.
We went outside like a unit.
And we listened to what was happening.
Okay.
And the dude was like, oh, this all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I just need you to know that you're going to
That
get
is
all
not
this
just
work.
It's a lot of work over here.
It's a lot.
Okay.
So we move as a unit. Like, I know in this particular family,
I love it.
and I go with your mom's side as well because I know them very well. If you think about that you come,
You send for it, we will deliver. We
just-
will deliver.
you just look like
I
you
am
sending.
delivered.
Look like you sending if you want to.
Yeah,
Okay.
my mom's side is a bit more
Reserved.
than my dad's. Like, if you come for one of us over there, we verbally cuss you out. If you come for one of us on this side, it's
I feel
not.
like
It's
y'all
not.
cussing out. It's
It's
like,
not gonna be very. It ain't gonna be a lot of words.
You know what I mean? But it's like really like it hits you. I could imagine. I don't want to see it, right? I'm just saying in my head, in my thoughts right now. I paint out a picture really good, but I'm just saying, Q, in my thought, I can see that
Who
picture.
cussing? Who you talking about?
I'm just saying how y'all will present it. The family. It's like almost like, you didn't even see it coming. Like that.
Well, me and Q have found out based with our relationship. We found out, and I think it's something that needs to happen throughout this family of the Peterson side. I'm gonna say,
Okay.
it's good for us to talk out a situation first. Like if we have infighting in our family, and you have some family members who gonna just keep going to everybody around you. They never come to you.
To the main person, they never do.
And my thing is, come at me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But come talk to me to see if whatever it is you were told, whatever it is you believe, let's see if that's the truth. Because even with, I go back to our own Discord that we had. We had to find out that we had all this artillery shell. And we both sitting at the table looking dumb. Because a middleman came between us, and I say they came between us because we allowed it. If we just picked up the damn phone and started talking.
Communication is so key. It's key to everything.
Yeah.
So I'm flipping.
Okay.
Residue from relationships. Yeah, we're going there. Them baby daddies. And because the next nigga ain't about to hurt me, and for the dudes, y'all too, I ain't gonna be in love with no female, because so-and-so hurt me in the 12th grade. And you 45 years old now.
Me and Q just look like.
So why we making the new dudes who haven't proved they've done anything wrong other than the flaws you know
I
about?
don't know. Like I could just talk for myself before
She gonna wait.
Because
this Q taking over today.
Because this is home for me personally. Because before I got with my fiance, I had this little hiatus. It was just me. I wasn't really dealing with nobody, but before my hiatus, I was dealing with people just to fill the gap of the previous person. And I had this huge wall up where it was like, you only getting so much from me, like whoever it was.
Even a special person?
Some people, I dealt with somebody special before my hiatus that was special to me that I had history with at the time. And for me, even then, it was like, I can only give you so much because I feel like just from relationship, not all of my relationships were bad. Nah, I'm not going to put down every man that I've been with because some of them...
She need another drink.
I'm just saying, some of them were good men that I dealt with.
Yeah.
However, those bad apples, when they ruin something in me, it usually stayed ruined. Like, I'll be like, oh, so when it comes to this, I'm going to look for this. If he do that, then I'm already know what tip he on, so I'm about to be on the same tip, and that's just what's going to be. Like, that's the situation.
Oh, so you going off what you think he doing?
Yeah, because I seen it already. I just seen it. So it was like
got a t-shirt.
the patterns.
No.
The patterns was identical in my head. If the patterns was identical, you doing the same stuff. I don't have that kind of time.
So how your fiance make the cut, girl? Because he was a playboy.
He was. My fiance was a whore before I got in. Okay.
Oh my God.
And the thing with him, we both pretty much went into the situation looking for red flags from the other person.
That's crazy.
Because he was like, she was just talking about damaged goods. He was, when I say damaged goods, all this was scrambled. Like, every chick, everything was just, nope, you sneaky. You doing this. It's like, this is what I deal with for him. But then I'm coming in with the same thing. Like, so what we gonna do, boss? Like, what we gonna do? Yeah. So eventually it was like, okay. After enough of us doing this, well, I ain't do that. I ain't do that either. So what you talking about? Well, what are you talking about? Enough of this.
Wow.
Okay, so clearly we in a situation where we're not trying to hurt each other, but we're hurting each other because we thinking we hurting each other.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So it's like you have to, girl. I don't know. It was a miracle with this month. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know, Sean.
Oh my
She said
God.
it was a miracle.
It was like it really took a lot of growth within each other to get to that point of being trusting and knowing, and then also in being trusting, knowing that people are still human. And that's where when my mom said that expectation, I can't expect him to be perfect. I can't expect him to be on this high untouchable pedestal because he's still a man.
Yeah.
Same with me. I have my flaws and I'm gonna come short in one way or another in my life. I'm not gonna be perfect Patty Stepford wife my whole, no, it's not realistic.
Yeah.
So when you take away that expectation, that's when I'm like, okay, now we can float. And we just gonna tackle it as it comes. I'm not gonna, in the back of my head, in the back of my head, I had to stop anticipating that he gonna do the same thing Joe did.
Okay.
Or do this,
Right.
whoever. Like I had to stop doing that because everybody got that same treatment. The first time you like, oh, well, I can't, I gotta go do this, blah, blah. Any little stutter, cut off. I'm not playing. I'm not playing with you.
She said it's stutter. So
Nope,
if you don't
lying.
drink it,
Because you're lying.
you on the next one, please. Oh,
That's it.
wow.
Shell. You got 5 kids. You can't wait to tell me you got 5 kids. What you doing?
And I had 5 baby daddies. Hot.
Girl, no, wait.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody have a sip on that one. We all should have one.
Look, I'm just eating a pineapple.
All I can do is tell Michelle's story, and I don't mind sharing because I said someone has to hear this. It's like someone needs to know. I feel like I have done short, small, medium, tall, fat, light-skinned, half-skinned, that-skinned.
Let me let y'all get a view.
Situation 1, situation 2, situation 3, 4, 5.
It's a Dr. Seuss book.
I'm married, but I'm gonna let it go. I'm still waiting on the. I feel like yeah.
Who married?
I'm just saying, I dated a guy for 11 years. He was like, we still working on the papers. Like, God damn, I can do the papers by now.
Oh, you was riding it out.
He was like
the topic last week.
So I'm telling you, I'm a whole story.
I need you to be here last week.
I'm telling you, grandkids.
Damn,
I'm just saying. So here's the next catch-22 to Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
I consider myself that I have broken to the males club and I read their book.
Oh.
I'm gonna be bothered when I want to be bothered. I'm gonna use you for sex. I'm gonna use you for a good meal. I'm gonna use you for my car.
Took me back to my
I'm
own
gonna
life.
be bothered with you because I want to smoke today. I'm gonna call you because I just want to flirt on the phone.
Woo.
I'm at a point in my life, and it's sad because I have kids and I need to set better examples, but I keep it 100 with them. I'm not the one to say, hey, let's run down the aisle and get married. That's not me, because I feel like in my situationships that I have endured down through the years, I've been there, I've done that, and I'm selfish. I don't want to be up under you all the time. I don't want to be bothered with you all the time. Sometimes I don't even want you texting me. I'm almost like have turned into a male, so to say, and it's horrible because my aunts be like, I can't believe you like the nephews now. I just endured so much. Why would I commit myself to someone and say, I love you? It's just us. I don't want no one else. And in the back of my mind, I'm saying, in about the next 15 minutes, I'm about to stop playing this role with you, and I'm gonna be back to myself because I just want to be alone.
But.
So I'm I can say to myself like this, Sean. I know you know your mouth want to drop, but you holding it. I'm almost like an actor. I'll play the role that you want me to play, and I'll play it to the T. I'll be Taraji P. Henson. I can even be Regina. You know, I can do whatever you want me to do. But please know, after that evening, I'm done. I'm just
okay. What if you miss your blessing?
And that's what a lot of friends, family members, even my mom, like, Michelle, you can miss someone. Mm-hmm. But I'm scoring. And then I done broke into this club and I done read the book like, oh, this is what these niggas been doing all this time? Let me try. And it's stuck. It's almost like I'm addicted now.
Okay, so I'm going to go here with you because I just read an awesome book called The Holographic Relationship.
Okay.
Zoe Williams, I love him. And he said,
when you come on this show, you need to be ready, y'all. I'm just saying.
He said, any unhealed trauma manifests itself in the people that you deal with relationship-wise. So, what unhealed drama are you still drawing these niggas and not good men? What's unhealed?
The relationship with my biological dad. I was raped from the age of 4 to 6.
By him?
And I told my parents constantly. I told my grandparents constantly, and everyone did not believe me. So I have a lot of issues that's backdated, that still hasn't been healed, and I'm honest with it.
Is he still alive?
I don't know.
So you weren't protected?
Yeah. So I always feel when I was younger, I was running for love, trying to see, like, do you love me? Do you love me? Is it you? I always felt like in my life I've been running for love, just trying to see. And in that running, I came across a lot of walls, and I kept bumping my head. And so I stopped running, and I just said, let me sit back. And then I broke into this male club, and I was like, It's almost like Like I felt this shift in me. Like, I'm not going to let anyone get closer because I'm going to do this role. And scene. It's almost like, you know how when they do a movie and they have that little snap? Mm-hmm. I can hear that snap in my head as soon as I say goodbye. Boop. As soon as I done came. Boop. As soon as I done got what I needed from you. Boop. It's in my head. So I always say I never want to commit myself to someone because I'm hurt, I'm broken, I have a lot of issues, and I can't say I'm the one for you.
So are you going to fix them? Are you going to get it fixed?
I'm trying.
Are you talking to someone? You have a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
Similar to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was raped. I was molested. I was abused quite a bit, to the point I didn't love myself, and to the point that when I was raped, and I won't say by whom, but he was very well known. And when I came home, my mom said it was my fault. So I wasn't protected.
Mm-hmm.
So all that stuff plays a role. I was fiercely overprotective of my kids. But outside of that, none of y'all meant nothing to me. Mm-hmm. That's why I had my whole defense up. Because if people, my mom, i.e., only person protected me was her, Janice, my granny. I love her to death and I miss her so much. But I had to gravitate to something and I had to talk to somebody because I was becoming self-destructive to myself. And I got kids and I have potential grandkids that's going to come. I don't need that disease coming into them.
Yeah.
I don't. So are you talking to anyone?
No.
Do you think you should?
Of course, but in my circle, even in my church circle.
Church is where a lot of abuse is happening for a lot of folks.
But I'm just saying, like, I always just say, Lord, when it's that person, I know it where I can just share it. Mm-hmm. But it's a big.
Is he gonna be able to trust you?
Who?
The guy that comes. And will you be able to see him?
I'm not gonna be able to see him. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be where that Jesus is gonna have to say, girl, he right here. Wake up, come on, like some fireworks or maybe a signal to really say this is that one. Because I have a guard up that's almost like a 9 gauge. I heard people say that's the strongest fence that you can get by. It's called a 9-gate. It's just there.
So who can get close to you?
As far as a male,
Anybody. Do you trust females? Because you've been bullied on the one hand and you've been bullied by females and you've been abused by males. So where...
I just know how far to let the stick come. You know what I mean? Or how far to let it grow, or what's the size I need for you.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Ain't it?
Yeah, I know the size for you. I know the size for you.
Suppose, I'm playing devil's advocate now because I done been down the street.
All right.
Suppose you have people that are really good, their intentions are genuine, and you got the pole out, and you wound them with the pole, and they were being genuine. They were giving you all they had. It don't look like what you used to, but this is truly what they had, and they
I
offered
wouldn't
it.
know. I wouldn't know right now.
Do you care if you want them?
I never want to hurt anyone.
But that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, but I don't want to say this. I never want anyone to endure what I've endured. So if my stick is up and you may be that one I can trust, it's almost like I'm shooting dice. I really haven't let no one get that close because it's always where I feel like that stick should have been even further. It's like right when they get there, I'm like,
But you're a walking testimony. And I can go off my friends being hurt. And they were giving me, they told me the all.
Shine, don't give me the crack of that ear.
No, because, because I wounded people and I was just doing me. I wounded people and they just wanted to be my friend. I wounded people and I didn't realize that while I was had my stick out, I was stabbing them continuously. And they was bleeding and I wasn't nowhere to be found. I'm crying. I was sitting
I'm
here.
trying to hold mine back too.
Because my defense was up. I couldn't see that I was wounding them, so all I was doing was getting bigger knives. So what you gonna do when you wound them, unbeknownst to you, because you can't see. And the sad part is, once the glasses come off and they get real with you, because them the ones that's right here, your right hands, and God lets you take the glasses off and you see all the blood, stab wounds, all the knives. What you gonna do?
We'll have to have another topic on this. I really don't know. I'm just
dropping that in your
no,
spirit.
it's hitting hard too, but
I just don't want you to miss your blessing of peace.
Yeah.
And the blessing of great friendships. And the blessing of great sisterhood. Because I think this is what the podcast is supposed to be for.
Mm-hmm.
It's for us to build something with
That's
the sisters. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You good.
I just want us all to be healed, Shell, because someone is watching this, that's watching us, and it's gonna be people that watch this podcast and they gonna never tell you, and they gonna love that Michelle.
Right. Dang, that
because
really
people are
helps.
drawn to you. My cousin was.
Yeah.
She don't even know you talking about Shell coming to the wedding.
Yeah. I did say
Hey, you know I'll be there all the time.
But
love it.
at the same time, because I've stabbed so many, I don't want you to stab your blessing. I'm just saying. So I think you're a gift to us, but we're a gift to you as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're definitely a gift to my life.
Whew.
We're gonna heal.
I know.
We're gonna heal.
Truth hurts. Truth hurts.
So, that being said, how do I even want to go to the next one? Oh, we've been talking an hour, y'all.
I know. We be
I
you don't even realize the time going by.
So I'm gonna go a little lighter. Let's go to other people then. So I have people in my family that have been severely wounded in relationships, and they're males.
Mm-hmm.
My son was one, but he's coming out of it. But my son loves extremely hard, and it's a lot of times I thank God that he comes, his dad and me, and he'll call us in a heartbeat. Like when the last girl left, he was like, "Mom, I'm messed up in the head. I need some help." And he literally said that, and I was like, "What you need us to do?" But the mom in me, and what I was telling you way back about how if somebody don't handle you the way God handles you, that ain't him. And my thing was, get up. Once you done hurting, get your ass up. I do whatever you need me to do, but get your ass up. And he got up. So now I have like a brother-in-law that I don't really talk to that often, but I know he's hurting severely. And I'm going to say it in this podcast because my brother-in-law is a perfect gentleman. He's lovable, he's honest, he's hardworking, he's a supporter. He's a great guy. And he was hurt so bad. I'm not going to say how because that's not everybody's business. Right. But he lost his marriage that he banked on. And now I feel like he's distracted. He's not healed. And when I see him, I see my son, I see it's my brother. And I know the defense mechanism in people is I want you to see that I can move on. I can get me another dude. I can get me another girl. And it's like, first of all, like Q done said plenty of times, ain't none of my family ugly. Ain't none of them ugly. I know you can pull whatever. But most of the men in this family, I can say I'm going to go with the young cousins. They so wounded, Shell.
Yeah.
And they think that they can't find peace and they can't find that right girl because of miscellaneous bullshit, and really is what's in y'all.
Yeah.
You're not gonna draw no quality and you still ain't healed from all that bullshit that you still on.
Yeah. And I think that's why I'm so protective of them more so, because not too long ago was a situation where somebody who doesn't really matter to my existence had the nerve to say that.
Sorry, Shell. You saw it.
I'm sorry.
And it comes off so peacefully.
Had the nerve to say that my cousins, because I made a status about my cousins, and I said I'm praying for the men in my family, because as much as they try to do the tough tone, like, they're hurt. And I put a status up, and somebody said, well, they be on bullshit and they do it on themselves. And so many words that may not be verbatim, but it was in that family. And I got so upset because I'm like, one, who are you? Two, like, why? Like, you're speaking on things that you don't know. Like, they love ridiculously, and it sickens me sometimes because how quick they attach themselves to women that I'm a good judge of character. And when I come around, all it takes me is to be around you a hot hour, even if that, and I'ma know like, And that has happened 90% of bitches that they have brought around. And I have always asked them, like, please don't introduce me to nobody, because I'm not about to do all of that. I'm not doing that, because I know a lot of women are savages when it comes to clinging on to something because they feel like, oh, they gonna do something I want, or they have something that I want. And I'm a woman, so I see that conniving ways that that women can be like.
Be very,
like,
very
we are
good.
Extremely sneaky.
Yeah.
Very.
Yes.
So it's like if I'm looking at a woman that's supposedly loving on my family, and I know that you're not genuine, it's like I see you.
Okay.
So that's why I'm so protective of them, because they will put on this mask like, I'm good, cause I can do this and this. I know that, but you still not good.
That's what it is, to a mask.
And I had to bounce off that, the status she's talking about, you know, we ended up having a situation in the family about it. But I had to, like, I wanted to change
off.
the status because while they were talking that shit, they were talking that shit, I was defensive for my brother. I was protective of my brother because at the time he was in a very suicidal, homicidal place. And I didn't need him being tipped, and it don't take much to tip this particular one. And so that night he was like, sis, I should just go kill her right now. And I was like, no, we ain't gonna do that.
That's just like somebody beating you down, and then somebody coming after that saying, well, you brought it on yourself. And you sitting there wounded with all types of black eyes, bloody nose, lip busted, and somebody to say, oh yeah, you brought that on yourself though.
And they don't know nothing about you.
Exactly.
They know what they think they know about you. based off what they were told.
Piss me off all over again talking about this shit.
I'm sorry, but it's what was about communication? And my thing is, when it comes to family,
for every situation.
This is another situation I'm distracted on. This is another distraction. I am not healed from me being pissed.
yeah. So I'm fiercely protective of my brothers, and if I consider you even a brother, because I've had my husband's close friends, and they sick. And my thing is, if you only know what you was told by a whole other party, I don't even say it's a third, because they about a sixth party.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, because you don't know. It's just like somebody coming, Shell, and saying, well, you know, Shell, that's some old bitch shit that you still letting that get to you, and you use sticks to keep people. What? I could see you still wounded. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
But you got those that are out there that could care less.
That's how you get your ass whooped.
And this is one of the reasons.
I'm just saying. I've been delivered.
You've been delivered.
Because my thing is, like I
working
said,
on me. He's still working on me.
Girl, did you hear my testimony just earlier?
I'm just at the place where I can't say I don't forgive the person.
Okay.
I don't. And they were at my house not too long ago, and I found out, and I said, what the fuck was they here for? I happened to be in my room, sleep, minding my own business, because it was all dudes when I laid down. And then it's like, what you coming over here for now? You done made a whole status about me on the book, or supposedly about me. But when you don't address me as a woman,
she distracted too.
And I ain't about to fake like I am either. My biggest pet peeve that Shell is, don't talk around me. I'm right here. I've been at the same address for a minute now. Especially if we family. If you can't pick up the phone and say, hey, I heard you say A, B, and C, is this true? I'm either say yeah or I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
But give me an opportunity. Because once you take it to the book, on that level,
I have a different expectation for family.
yes. Now you a nigga in the street to me. You dead to me.
Because it's like, family go through stuff. We
All the time.
may talk shit when we shouldn't be running our mouths. All the above.
Right.
But still, go to
We
who
family.
you had an issue with. It's simple.
Doesn't take.
It don't take it. It really it shouldn't be that hard. Like, what you tough everywhere on the planet, but here it's like.
And on the flip side, I feel like it's some other shit, because if you felt all that the whole time we was kicking it, we really don't have nothing else to talk about. Because that was some, and Q can tell you, it was some gutter.
It was ugly.
Like, for real?
For the world to see, not us, because we were blocked. I'm
So you see what
sorry.
I'm saying?
After show of the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I have questions later.
Yeah.
Okay. So all I'm saying is, not to get off topic, but being healed and being distracted is two different things that we have to deal with in our lives to be better people.
That's true.
And I don't care, Shell, if it take us 20 years, if Lord willing, we gonna get it. We gonna heal. Forget being distracted. That worked for a little bit.
Yeah.
But you can't sit on 18 dick, Shell, and then, no. It's one out there.
It's one out there for me.
And he looking like, damn, but she don't want to smoke with me. Oh, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? She don't call me for nothing else, but wow. So
She
I
don't
have to
call
be
when it's
honest,
bedtime.
yeah.
She want to just flirt for me. I was trying to get to know her, and she gave me the yawn in the phone like I'm
I'm
tired.
trying to
he can't
do
even
that.
FaceTime Q.
No.
No.
Look, I said no. Like nope.
No, because you never know what situation I'm going in.
Wow.
So FaceTime, man.
Okay.
I'll recap on this after the show.
Yeah.
So what would y'all want someone to get out of this here podcast? Because it was a lot.
Yeah.
So I'll start with Shell first.
Look, I'm gonna say it because communication. Talk about it. Let it out. Don't hold it in. It's hard for me to say that, and I know some of y'all are like, but you just Just talk about it.
Okay.
Talk about it.
Cute.
I love her signs.
I don't know. For me, it's just because I got like two different things going on in my head at one time.
About.
For me, it's like one, what my mom said, which was amazing, expectations. Stop expecting so much from people.
Yes.
People are still going to be who they are. And even if you never get an apology, you have to learn how to have that peace within yourself. That's the first thing.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah. The second thing, pretty much stop allowing your hurt to carry over into your relationships, whether it's friends, family, whatever. Try to figure out, I know it's not an overnight process because it wasn't for me. This was a year's situation. But I feel like we as a people need to learn how to, like you said, feed off communicating. I feel like talking about it more helps the healing process. It helps you get more clarity of things. So, yeah, I'm going to feed off of her communication with my second thought.
Okay.
And you, my dear.
Communication.
All right.
That's so paramount for me.
Yeah.
That's the biggest 90%. Because I think you can always look at a situation and draw your own conclusion and not even know that that don't have nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah.
So communication and learning to be okay with an apology you never get.
Wow.
And that's heavy.
You giving me some homework to take home.
Yeah.
Coming on this like.
And that's heavy for me as well.
Yeah.
Because there's some people that I'm still like.
Sometimes God want to see what you're gonna do with it.
That's true.
And sometimes what's that big ass blessing